Hi, I'm Mike Kilpatrick. I'm an eye care practitioner. I've been fitting contact lenses for some 40 years now. And one of the things we've always been very keen to try and ensure is that you're wearing lenses in the safest possible way. You're at the end of the day putting a foreign body in your eye. So it's essential that when you put the lens in your eye, the lens is as free from any form of contamination as can possibly be. So everybody's taught to wash their hands before they handle contact lenses. What many people don't realise is that actually when you wash your hands there are still quite a lot of bacteria on your fingers. In fact, some evidence shows that bacteria can actually be brought to the surface by actually the action of hand washing. So it's very important then, how are we going to get the lens out of the blister pack without contaminating the lens? So the way most people are taught to access contact lenses, whether you're taking them out of the blister pack or out of a storage case, is to put your finger, having washed your hands, into the back of the lens to pull the lens out of the case. The problem with that, of course, is you've now actually touched the back of the lens, and that's the surface that's going to go onto the eye, and the back surface potentially is contaminated. So the way we try to encourage patients to access lenses is using what's called a tap and tip method. So this is what we call tap and tip. Probably takes a little bit of practice just to really get the hang of this, but broadly the idea is that you tap the case gently to try and get the lens floating free in the storage case or the blister pack, and then you should find just a gentle tip and the lens comes out. You can then pop the lens into the palm of the hand, drain off the surplus fluid. So we've now got the lens out of the blister pack or out of the storage case. Best to do this with fairly dry hands. You can drain off the surplus fluid as well. You don't want the lens to be too wet. And the idea is simply to try and pick the lens up, only touching the front of the lens. You're not touching the back of the lens at all, which is the part that's going to be in contact with your eye. One thing you do need to check, of course, is the lens actually the correct way? And very occasionally they come out of the blister pack inside out, and an easy way to do this is the so-called taco test, and this involves taking the lens and squeezing it, and you'll find if it is the correct way in, hopefully you can see there the lens has taken up the shape of a taco. Let's just look at what happens if the lens is inside out. If you try the same test, you'll find you cannot make that taco shape. The edges just flop against the finger and thumb. So that is tap and tip. That is the way we think we can make contact lens wear as safe as possible. Hope you enjoy your contact lenses.